Hello, today I'm going to be filming a video all about settling into university because obviously that's a big part of it. Like obviously when you're moving out it can be quite weird, like adjusting to like not living with your family and friends anymore. So yeah, I thought I'd just give you a few of my little tips that I found helpful when I was settling in my first sort of few months. So yeah. So the first thing I've put in is don't go home all the time. Now I know it can be really tempting, I think especially if you live quite like if your university is like less than an hour away from your home, it could be quite easy to think, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go home for the weekend or whatever. Like I would say give it a good maybe 3 weeks to maybe a month before you go home first, because although like you'll be with your flat like during the week, like weekends are kind of good in the sense that you're sort of almost forced to be kind of social with each other because you haven't got lectures and stuff going on. And if you're like at home as well, you're not really settling into the sort of university routine. So yeah, I'd definitely make sure you're not going home all the time in the first sort of semester because you just won't settle. And then also when you're going home like the whole week, you'll be thinking of like home, home, home. But if you're like at uni, you'd be thinking all about uni really. So yeah, I'd definitely recommend that. The next thing I put is to let your friends slash parents visit you at uni. I definitely found this helped me. So in my first semester, my mum visited me twice and my dad visited me once. So I only ever really went like maybe 3 weeks without seeing my parents. Because everything, if they're, you'll probably find the thing you really miss about home is mainly the people. Like you don't really, like me personally, I don't really miss the place at all when I'm here. It's just the people. So if they're visiting you, that kind of alleviates sort of homesickness because you're like spending time with them, and also it kind of like they can take you out for nice meals and stuff. So you don't have to pay for like dinner and things like that. So yeah, I definitely think like the fact that my parents visited me really helped me settle in, because as I said, it didn't feel like long until I was seeing them again. Um, Also, I've written, your friends slash parents aren't going anywhere, although saying goodbye is horrible, it isn't forever. So I know when they leave, like when you first come into your room and they leave, you're like, oh my god, like I'm never gonna, it feels like you're never gonna see them again, but obviously you are. Like it is a very strange kind of surreal feeling that you've like finally moved out and you're like fending for yourself, but like just remember they're always going to be there. Like your home life isn't going to change dramatically whilst you're gone. Like just think positive, think right, like I can always go home and visit them and or phone them up or whatever. Like so yeah, just always think they're not like nothing's changed, like that you're just in a different place, that's all. Next thing is book in advance when you're going home. First of all, this saves money because if you book your train tickets a good like month or so in advance, they'll be a lot cheaper. And also by booking it, you know the next time you're going home, so you're not just thinking, oh my god, when am I next seeing my parents? Like I miss them. You can think, oh right, I'm going home in like 2 weeks time. Like it's not long to go kind of thing. So yeah. The next thing is don't decorate your room with completely new things. I did mention this. What video did I mention this in? I think it was my move-in day video. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people on YouTube like always do massive hauls of like new homeware they're bringing to you, but I think it's so much nicer just to bring like little decorations from home, so it kind of feels like you're like everything isn't completely new. Like, because I said in that video as well, but the only thing that's really like new in this room, or what I bought new for when I moved in, is basically my bedding and like my duvet and like bed sheets and stuff like that. Everything else I've really basically bought from home. So it's like it's like my bedroom has moved here with me too. So yeah, I would definitely say don't kit your room out with completely new things because like it won't feel familiar to you. Next thing is quite an obvious one, but keep in contact with your friends back home. Obviously, you'll probably will be in contact with your parents quite a lot, but I think it's definitely important to keep in contact with your friends too. Like even though they might be at uni or starting new jobs or whatever, it's definitely like good to keep in contact with them to kind of keep you sort of true to yourself, and sort of make you feel like not everything in your life is changing. The next thing is to keep socialising. I think the worst thing you can do when you're settling into uni is just stay in your room the whole time, because you'll just feel really like sort of isolated, and like it's just like, I know in my flat it's kind of easier. There's like well, there was 12 of us at one point, so yeah, there's always people around. So I just spend most of my days just sitting in the kitchen talking to people, obviously going clubbing and stuff like that. But even just like going out, like doing a food shop with someone, like it makes you feel so much less lonely if you're just with people like most of the time. The next one, the next thing I've put is cook food from home. So if there's specific meals that you like your mum or dad like they cook, just like ask them for the recipes and stuff like that. Because again, it'll make you feel more like familiar if you're eating food that you recognise. The next thing is to talk to people in your course as well as your flatmates. I definitely feel like in the first semester I didn't really do this, so I'd be completely happy in my flat kind of thing because I knew everyone. But then I found my sort of lectures quite like overwhelming because there was just a massive group of people which I didn't know, and I was like, oh my god, like everyone's made friends and I haven't. So just make sure, like, when you sit down and lecture, be like, oh hi, my name is whatever, and sort of let them know what degree you're studying and stuff, because what you'll find in lectures, not everyone's doing the same degree, like, because I do a joint degree, so it kind of makes me a little bit different from everyone else. So yeah, when you're in a seminar or a lecture in your first few weeks, just be like, oh hey, what are you studying, or like what accommodation are you in, like little conversation starters like that kind of make you feel more connected with people. The next thing is to keep on top of your work. Your grades will go up and down, obviously, if you're not used to the sort of coursework style at uni, but I definitely think if you keep on top of your work, it's just one thing less to stress about, and then it won't like coincide with like your nights out and stuff like that. Like there will be times where you sort of have to give up a night out to do your work, but if you just keep on top of it as a whole, it'll just minimise stress a lot more. The next thing I've always say in these kind of videos is talk to someone if you're struggling, whether that be a flatmate, maybe you phone your parents, talk to maybe someone at student support. Like there's always help available to you, especially at uni. Like I'm on a peer mentor scheme, so for the next sort of intake of first years, I'm going to be like mentoring a few people sort of through those first sort of few months. So if your uni has that, definitely use that tool, because I did. Like I met my peer mentor in the first week, and she kind of gave me a few tips about my course and stuff. So yeah, there's always help available. And the next thing is good luck. If you're moving to uni soon, I wish you the best of luck. I hope you have a really good experience, good positive experience. Yeah, like uni is what you make it really. And I know there's going to be so many videos flying about, so if you watched this one, thank you very much. And yeah, please like and subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you soon. Bye.